Hi guys, James here, Gaming Central PH. Today we're gonna be reviewing this awesome controller from Manba. This is the Manba 1. Out of the box, we have here our extra long thumbstick, a charging cable, charging dock with a 2.5 adapter that you can use to your PC. The build of this controller is really nice. This is a magnetic faceplate that you can replace as well. Trigger buttons feels nice as well, and everything looks great. I like how it feels. Everything is pretty solid. If I'm not mistaken, they will be selling some individual faceplate in the near future. I got here the white one because I think this is the best that they have so far. Now let's check the best feature of the controller, the mini screen. Directly from the screen, you can change the RGB lighting, like the brightness of the RGB. You can choose different modes as well if you want it to be like reading, steady, and of course the colors. You can change it. So that's one feature that I really like. I also want to take note that for the trigger buttons, you actually have an option to change its sensitivity. Like you have an option if you want to press it really hard for it to register. Oh boy, this is one awesome controller. Connectivity wise, it's pretty easy to connect to different devices thanks to the mini screen that we now have, because with other controllers, you actually need to press different buttons for it to work. But for this one, it's so easy. Once you have the Manba logo in front of you and you feel the vibration or the rumble, you're good to go. One complaint that I have with this controller is the face button. This is an Xbox controller. If you're gonna be using it for Nintendo Switch, A will always be A and B will always be B. So you need to have a muscle memory for the buttons. So that's kind of confusing if you're gonna be playing a game that you've been playing for a very long time and then suddenly using a different controller. Manba 1 also has Hall effect sensor for the joystick, so you're rest assured that you're not gonna experience stick drift ever again. You also don't need any third-party thumbstick grip when using this controller, because with other controller, you really need to use an analog cap. You can also change the strength of the rumble or the vibration for this controller, but here's the default setting that they have. You can really see how it works. Earlier, I mentioned about the trigger buttons being sensitive. You actually have an option to change how sensitive it is. Manbo 1 also has four paddles that you can program. So here, we're gonna program M1. You actually have an option to use 20 buttons. So it's like 20 button combination that will do the sequence of the buttons that you've selected, which is really nice. With some other brand, you can only program one button. I just wish they have an option to swap the letter A and B button because it's really annoying. But anyways, let's now check the paddle that we've assigned, the M1. So it is following the sequence that we program it. You can see it's now doing different buttons. That's really nice. Like it. Take note that if you're going to be using this device to connect to a Steam Deck, you need to select the Android option. It's really easy to pair. Guys are probably thinking that this is an Xbox Elite controller ripoff, right? Well, you are correct. How it feels, the feature that it has, it really looks like an Xbox Elite controller version 2, but it has RGB lighting, it has a mini screen, and the best thing is that it can connect to multiple devices, not just your PC or your Xbox system. So this controller is really, thanks to the mini screen, connecting this controller to an iPad is really easy. You just have to select iOS and you're good to go. You can even connect it to your iPhone. Controller is missing is a mobile clamp. Since it can connect to various devices, it will benefit if you have an option to connect your phone directly to it. So a mobile clamp is already a must-have accessory for the Manbo 1 controller. I also tried the 2.5 dongle that they have directly to my PC, and it's working properly. Let me now give you guys my final thoughts about the Manba 1 controller. Things I like about the controller is that the build quality is really nice. It doesn't feel cheap unlike other third-party controllers out there. The features that it has is exactly what I need. It also has gyro features, so just in case that you're planning on playing games that can benefit you from using that feature, this is the controller for you. Since it's using Hall effect sensor, you're not going to experience stick drift, and you also have an option to replace a thumbstick. I just hope that they have an option as well to change the D-pad, like they have an extra D-pad for you to use. Customization for the settings is really easy since you have a screen and you have 3 or 4 profiles that you can choose from that you can customize anytime you want. The charging dock is pretty nice as well because you can just display your controller on your table. I guess it all boils down to the price. If this controller is the same price as a Nintendo Switch controller, I would definitely buy it.